What's up, boys? Taking a look at some more NBA player props over on PrizePicks for October 29. These player props are available over on PrizePicks, but also other player prop websites out there and also sports books. But I recommend joining PrizePicks. There is absurd value on the board. I'm going to be showing you guys a crap ton of value on today's board for PrizePicks. So if you guys want to join, 100% deposit match up to $100 using my code DOMG. It's available in most states and most of Canada, and you guys have to be 18 years or older if you guys want to join. Link is down in the description below. Tons of value on the board, I'm telling you guys. Make sure you guys leave a like on the video and subscribe with those post notifications on, by the way, so you guys do not miss future videos. I just posted an NFL video before this. I'll actually show you guys those plays in today's video, and I'll explain why in a second. But the Patreon is available, NFL, NBA, and all sports tiers for as low as $10.99 if you guys want NFL, or NFL plus NBA for $15.99 if you guys are interested. We're now up to 314 members, which is insane. I seriously do appreciate you guys. But we are on a 13-4 NBA run. 13-4 run. We had a 6-0 sweep 2 days ago, I believe. We were 3-1. We were 3-1 the day before that. Yesterday slowed down just slightly, but I will say yesterday in the video completely sucked. It was completely unlucky because 2 out of the 3 losses I had on the Patreon last night were in the video. That was just plain unlucky, I will say, but we really only should have had 2 losses too yesterday, but we had an injury, which kind of sucked, and I think he probably would have hit if he didn't get hurt. But Patreon is available. Again, a 13-4 run, a sweep 2 days ago, 314 members. This will give you guys access, by the way, to all my picks ranked by confidence level and also write-ups to go with every single prop. Enough talking about that though, and enough talking about the PrizePicks link, but those are down in the description below if you guys are interested. And let's hop in and talk about these player props here. So we're gonna head over to the rebound category here for NBA, and we're gonna hop down here to the Atlanta Hawks game. So where's the Atlanta Hawks game here? It is right here. And we're going to go with Clint Capela over 8.5 rebounds. A lot of people are going to be on John Collins rebounds, and I'll explain why I'm leaning a little bit more towards Clint Capela rather than John Collins in this game. I know a lot of people are going to lean towards John Collins, and I'll explain why I like Capela more than Collins here in a second here. And I think both can hit, definitely. So if you guys are on Collins, I'm not telling you guys I'm not playing. I'm not telling you guys to play Capela either. I'm just showing you guys what I like on this board. So he's at minus 130 to go over 8.5 rebounds on sportsbooks. He's hit this in 3 straight games and has a 78% hit rate between this season and also last season. He's got a 79% hit rate when on 0 days rest. They just played Detroit, I believe, last night. He was also 2 for 2 versus Milwaukee last season with 13 and 9 rebounds last season. So he's 2 for 2 versus Milwaukee last season. But let's take a look into this game right here. And again, I will explain why I'm not liking John Collins as much, but he's going to be on road here going to Milwaukee. So again, back-to-back games are probably a little bit tired out. Hopefully they're missing a little bit of shots. -5 spread for Milwaukee. So nothing too crazy there. Hopefully should not blow out. And they get the over-under here of 229. So there should be a little bit of action, should be a little bit faster paced, I'm hoping for in this game right here. So he's predicted to start at center against Milwaukee. Let's take a look here. So center rebounds versus Milwaukee, they are somewhat in the middle of the pack, a little bit towards the bottom, allowing 15.1 rebounds per game so far this season to the center position. And I'll talk about Collins. I'm just going to finish up with Capela here. But 11, 10, 10 in his 3 games, and he's got 7 and 8 in those other 2 games right there. So he's been playing about 23 to 26 minutes and still getting it done. I think you should hopefully see like 26 minutes, maybe sees 32 minutes again. This should be a pretty competitive game, so I think Capela should be getting a good chunk of minutes here. Shouldn't blow out or anything like that. And this is what he's done in past games against the Bucks, man. Only 20 minutes, and he had 9 rebounds in that game. He's a rebounding machine. You guys can see what he's done with 32 minutes. 32 minutes, he had 13 rebounds in that game. So he's been able to have a lot of minutes against Milwaukee, and he's been able to get it done in Milwaukee without even getting those minutes. So I'm loving the spot right there for Clint Capela. It's got the odds. He's hit this in 3 straight. I'm liking a lot of Clint Capela tonight. And before I talk about some other props, I want to cover John Collins real quick. So the reason I'm pivoting more towards Capela than John Collins is the 0-day rest, really. I was really interested in John Collins. I think he's definitely got great value, by the way. I think it's by far great value, and I'm not telling you guys to not play him. It's not something I'm personally interested, because I know I'm just going to get questions down below about John Collins, because I've seen everyone on him. But John Collins here, he's got pretty damn good odds too, I will say. Like, I love the odd value right there, but he's got like a 20% hit rate or something like that between this season and last season with 0-day rest, when Capela has 79%. So that's what just kind of threw me off of that prop. I'm not saying it's like a huge factor or anything like that, but that's just kind of what's throwing me off of that prop right there, is that he has not been very good when the Hawks are on 0-day rest. You can also see what he did last matchup against Milwaukee, which was 19 minutes with 5 rebounds. He'll probably get more minutes than that. We'll see what minutes he's getting like pretty much right now. And he's getting, about 25 minutes. He's even gotten 36, 38 minutes in some games. And this game was a blowout too, I do believe. Yet he still had 10 rebounds in 25 minutes. So he's been able to get it done in the past. I'm not saying he won't do it or anything like that. I'm also not the biggest fan of the power forward matchup against Milwaukee because Milwaukee is the 5th toughest to rebounds to the power forward. So that's just kind of what's throwing me off for that prop. Again, I'm not saying I don't like it. It's definitely got some value to it, but let's move on. And I'm going to show you guys my NFL player props here. I'm not going to give you guys another NBA one at the moment. I'm going to save those for the Patreon for right now. But let's talk about my NFL plays from earlier. I won't make you guys watch that video, but if you guys want the full breakdown for the NFL props, go ahead and watch that video. But there's some huge value on this board for prizepicks, I'm telling you guys. Check out the link down in the description below if you guys are not on prizepicks already. But we're going to hop down here to the Seattle Seahawks game and find him. Where is he at, man? There he is, Kenneth Walker. Over 83.5 rushing yards. I like the spot a lot for Kenneth Walker here. He's been able to smash this in 3 straight games. These 2 games, he has been the #1 running back for sure with like 22 and 23 attempts or something like that. 21 and 23 attempts, I think it was. Now he's facing the Giants, who allowed the 5th most rushing yards. I'm liking that spot right there for Kenneth Walker. But the main one I'm focused on here that has an absurd amount of value is Najee Harris, over 2 receptions. This prop is freaking beautiful. It's a +100 to go over 2.5 on sportsbooks, yet he's down to 2 on prizepicks. I'm loving the spot right here for Najee Harris. 3-2, 3-0, and 3. He's only missed this in 1 game this season, which was with the Jets here. I just love a lot of Najee Harris in this game, man. I think he will absolutely smash that, hopefully. But I'm not telling you guys to play it, but if you guys are interested in that, go ahead and take a look at that one. But that's probably my favorite NFL play. That's probably got to be my #1 by the end of the day. And that is pretty much going to do it right there. I have a lot of NBA first. I've been killing with an NBA first half so far this season, by the way. I haven't seen any other player prop websites or even sportsbooks, I don't think, have NBA first half. And these have absolutely smashed for me this year. I think I'm 4-1, if I'm not wrong, on NBA first half props so far this year. We hit one last night. I think we actually hit 2 last night. Yeah, I had Trae Young and Porzingis over their first half, and they both hit last night. I have another one on the Patreon right now. I almost debated putting it in this video, but I think it's going to be pretty controversial. Some people won't like it, just because of his name. Some people would probably guess who it is, but I also have a 3-point made prop on the board as well over on the Patreon. But let's take a look at some other things here. Christian Wood interests me a little bit, but man, I'm not into Christian Wood too much. He's got decent odds. It's like a -130. He's been smashing this so far, but in these 2 games right here, he's taken 3 3-point attempts and 2 3-point attempts, I believe. And he hit 100% in both of those games, I do believe, if I'm not wrong. So Christian Wood, he's got great odds and everything, but he just has had the volume at all for me right there to take Christian Wood. What else am I interested in here? Curry's at 4.5. De'Aaron Fox, man. I wanted De'Aaron Fox's 3s today, but yeah, they bumped him up to 2. So he's -180 to go over 1.5. I knew they weren't going to give him to us. I'm kind of surprised they put him on the board at all at 2 3-point attempts, I'm going to say. But Miami's allowing a lot of 3-pointers this year. If we go to all right here on this tool right here and then 3-point makes, you can see right here, they've allowed the 3rd most 3-point makes per game so far this season. Miami has been really susceptible to that 3 ball. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with them, man, with the 3. Usually they've been a lot tougher, but they've been allowing a lot of 3-point makes recently. I'm hoping one of my guys can get it done today. But Caleb Martin first half was interesting. I'm not playing Caleb Martin. He sold for me last time, but he's a little bit interesting. 5-5, 8, 2, and 7. And there's a couple of recent games. Now he's facing Sacramento, which should be a very, very higher paced game, especially for the Heat, man. Heat games are usually like 213 over-unders and stuff like that. I feel like I've seen them at 219. This is at 226.5, so there should be a lot more points going on the board, which is a good look, especially for a guy who's hit this in 4 out of 5 games so far this season, or 4 of his last 5. So Caleb Martin is interesting there for the first half. Pretty much a PrizePicks exclusive, I believe, for the NBA first half. They also have NBA second half and things like that. But I'm really liking some of the props for the NFL slate for sure. NBA is okay for today. I'm not the biggest fan of this slate so far. I'm hoping we can find some better value by the end of the day. But everything is down in the description below. PrizePicks link, Patreon link, all that different stuff. There are 3 different tiers: NFL, NBA, and all sports. If you guys are interested in joining, and that's going to do it. Appreciate watching. I'll see you guys next one. Peace out, boys.